mechanic, and essentially it is exactly that. It's like a little teeny tiny mechanic that's in this little device that you plug into your car, and it tells you what's wrong with your car. So if the oil light goes on, or if that light, the engine, check engine light goes on, you simply plug it in. And you're saying, well, how do I know if my car has one of those little things? Well, every car that was made 1996 and later, so if you have a car that's 20 years old, even that old, it'll still work. There's a little port underneath. It's called the OBD port. And basically, it's what the mechanics use to run a check on your car. Now you can do it with a little $20 item. You know, we've carried versions of this, $60, $70, $80. This is $20. You can't afford not to get this. And this is gonna give you the information, what I call the power of information,
It's
Lou.
the power of info. No, it is.
You can't put a price on that.
No, you really can't. And this is something that everybody should have in their car.
I agree.
It's gonna save you time, it's gonna save you money, and it is something that is for the person that knows cars and also the person that doesn't. I'm holding it right here in my hands. It's gonna come in this little tiny case you see right there, okay? So it's got a very convenient little carrying case. If I open this up, you look inside, there's your micro mechanic right there. And as Guy was saying, this plugs into the port that's under the dashboard on the driver's side of your car. It's called the OBD port. It stands for onboard data port, and it is the place where the mechanics are gonna plug in to diagnose what's wrong with your car. Here's what's cool about this one though. I've had units like this before in the past, and you mentioned we sold them for a lot of money, but the problem with those was I had to get into the menus on my smartphone, and I had to fiddle around with things to get it to pair with the phone. This has a free app that you can download from either the Apple Store or from the Google Play Store, either one. You download a free app to your phone. It pairs with the micro mechanic the minute you plug it in, and the app's open. They automatically find each other. And this is what the screen looks like. Now, this is actually an Android tablet, so it's a little bit bigger than your phone's gonna probably be. But if there's nothing wrong with your car and you do a scan, it's gonna tell you no problems found, okay? So safe to drive, it says in yellow. And then, but the cool thing is it knows what you're driving. It tells you what you need to do for your car the next time you bring it in for a service. So it has all the service requirements there. But let's just, you know, for fun, let's just take a look at this. I'm gonna change a setting on my little box back here that mimics the computer of the car, and I'm gonna hit start a scan. And that's all you're gonna do is you're gonna have it scan your car to tell you if anything's wrong. Now watch what's gonna happen. If there's a problem, in this case we have two, it tells me what they are: master volume airflow circuit range, and this one is master volume airflow circuit low input, so two different issues with the same thing. But what it tells me is up here in the corner in yellow, safe to drive. So if there was a problem, it would tell me unsafe to drive and it would be in red, but this says safe to drive. Now, if I tap on that, it also tells me what the problem is and what I should pay for it, $70 to $350. So if I go to the mechanic, and the mechanic says to me, hey, so...
It's gonna cost you 600 bucks.
Yeah, no.
What?
It's not gonna cost $600, we know this.
All right, and it works Bluetooth, which I absolutely love.
Does.
You know, in the old, like we said, in the old days, you had to actually go home and plug things into your computer and deal with all that stuff. This actually sends the information from the device right to your phone.
Right.
So you can look at your phone and say, hey, listen, man, I know this is supposed to cost 125 bucks. It'll also help you pick a mechanic, because if he gives you the right price, you'll be like, I can trust my mechanic. Hey, Paul, how many left? I know this was a quick... All right, there's 500 available. This is a quick one, guys. It's only 20 bucks.
The other thing about this that's really important is I want you to see this on the screen. So I still have that same warning up here. Notice it says reset check engine light, okay? So I can hit that button and it's gonna turn the check engine light in my car off. And that's a big deal because I don't wanna drive around with that light on if it's something that's safe for me to drive with.
All right, listen, I know this was a really short presentation. We just didn't have the quantity in this. I think we had like 500 or 600 of these to go around. So if you want it and you want to save some money and you want to know what's going on in your car when the lights go on, all you do is plug it in, and don't be afraid to do that. It's right underneath the dashboard.
It's easy. Anybody can do it.
Little flashlight, pop it on, and it's going to give you the information right to your phone as to what's wrong with your car. It's on FlexPay, $9.98. Those two awesome items today. Right? Oh,
maybe two sellouts.
Yeah, there could be. I'm sorry I don't have a pin to give you. This ain't the Monday night show. I'm going to give you a Saturday blend pin.
Oh, I like it.
Whatever. Maybe it'll be a sash
or a frittata.
That would be that would be nice. All right, Lou, thank you. 400 left if you want to pick it up. Hey, coming up in just a little bit, I don't know if you still have any